Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. I thought that was a really good win for us, a much needed one, you know, to hold serve at home, and that team is you know, as talented as any in the league. It's a very balanced league, and they've got 3, you know, 1,000-point scorers before their careers are over. Very athletic, probably I think the most athletic team in the league, and probably the most aggressive. And I thought our guys did a great job of keeping them off the line. You know, they lead the league. They've shot over 100 more free throws than their opponents. Keeping them off the line, I thought we did a great job of rebounding and defending. And I thought, you know, the biggest thing was we just could not contain them in the open court. And just once we were able to get back, you know, or they got tired, whatever, the last 15 minutes, and get our defense set, I thought defensively, you know, was a key, because again, we didn't shoot well from the perimeter, but Dan Jennings was you know, a force inside, and so was Mike Caffey. You know, he got the ball inside, and you know, he's, you know, 8 for 18, but I bet you he's like 8 for 9 in the paint and 0 for 9 outside of it. And that's, you know, at least he didn't settle for so many jump shots. So good win, and I'm glad we got it, because it was a lot closer than a 14-point game.
Dan, you mentioned defense just now, and the last 8 minutes was really key. I think they only had like 3 baskets in the last 8 minutes. Can you take us through that? How you feel like the team played at that point?
Well, I thought all game we played well, but like they scored 15 points in the first 5 minutes of the half, and most of it was just transition, and our offense led to some of it. Bad shots, long rebounds, turnovers led to some, but you know, I thought the key was we took care of the ball, we ran better offense, and we got our defense set. And we went to the zone more in the second half. We were trying to go man in zone the first half. I bet you couldn't even recognize a zone possession the first half. We just never could get it set up. But the last 15 minutes, and I thought that crew that came in and gave the starters a blow from the 9-minute to the 8-minute timeout did a great job. And those fresh legs got the defense set, and Branford Jones made a couple real big plays in there as Tyler Lamb was cramping up. Mike needed a blow, and I thought that was it was a good team win, because you know, we had some help off the bench.
Coach, you go from what happened at Santa Barbara to now 2 really good victories in a row. The one at Cal Poly was huge, and then this one against one of the better teams. Are you, as the coach of this team, maybe more confident in this team right now as you have been all season?
Well, I think the key to any team, and especially a mid-major that's in a one-bid league, you know, the key is just to continue to get better, you know, and I do think we're doing that, you know, and I said that at the beginning of the year. This team is not as talented as years past, but by the end of the year, if they keep getting better, and they, you know, their character and playing together, they have the, you know, the ability to win the league. They have the ability to go to the NCAA tournament. But we're not there yet, you know. I mean, we've already dug ourselves a pretty good hole in league, and now we're going to have to go steal some on the road and try to hold serve at home. You know, we shouldn't be worried about winning the league right now. We should worry about continuing to get better. And I thought they had a great week of practice doing that. I think it was our best week of practice, and that's all you're going to ask, is every week to be your best. And that last 15 minutes was some of our best basketball. You know, we got to get more consistent, and again, we've got to get guys into flows and their shots, you know, from the perimeter and that kind of thing. You know, it's a lot of work to do, but shots going in and out, that can change in a half, in a game, in a day. You know, those things. You know, defense and stuff are staples, and defense and rebounding are getting better for this team, and that will allow us the freedom to get our offense in better rhythm.
And Dan Jennings picked up his 4th like a minute and a half into the second half. Can you put him back in fairly soon and kind of almost kept him in the game?
Well, first we were in a zone, and secondly, you know, Dan's a little different because of his free throw shooting difficulties. We don't need him the last 3-4 minutes. We need him in a gut there. So he came back probably 2 or 3 minutes earlier than maybe Tyler Lamb if he had 4. But again, we're not worried about, we need Dan to get us to the finish line. And we looked at taking him out, about 2.5, 3 to go, but he was playing so well, and every time there was a dead ball, it was on a defensive segment, and he's rebounding the ball, better than him. We needed him in there for rebounds. I told him we have 4 timeouts. If you get a rebound, they go to try to foul, just call timeout. So, we had the luxury of keeping him in even longer this game than normally at the end.
Coach, I know the team was able to spend some time with Coach Tarkini earlier today. What kind of that resonate?
Well, I think it was very impactful for the kids. Coach is not, his health is not good. He wasn't able to talk a lot, but I think just his presence of getting up at 10 this morning to come, he sat in to film session after every kid got to meet him, and I just think as I told him, it's not his difficulty being able to talk to you. Him being here is worth 1,000 words, and what he's saying is he built this program. There's standards here, and he still cares about it. Coming to see him, and I know that you're going to ask the players what they thought, but I thought it was really neat.
And a tribute to your players, Coach. They all went over and shook his hand for the dip, so that was cool.
Yeah, again, it's he's responsible for a lot of the tradition here, and the pyramid. He sparked enough interest to get a new building built. And he's still the standard mark for wins and just Long Beach State basketball.